I'm in the smoking area to check my phone because any minute now she can go into labour. Yeah, and we were like,
my
congratulations. But really I was thinking, what the fuck? Why are you here on your own at a rave when your wife is about to give birth? Now, that's how I saw the situation.
Yeah.
Ashley saw the situation as, oh, isn't that good? He's gone out to have his last hurrah before the baby comes. Great idea. Fucking hell, good for him.
New baby on a come down is rough.
Oh my God, I hadn't even thought about that.
Welcome to Crave the Rave, a naughty podcast for old school ravers who need a fix of the rave. I'm Lady Bizarre.
And I'm Jess the Mess. On each episode, we'll be reminiscing over hilarious, embarrassing and downright mental stories from our raver days.
Think trippy tales, fezzy fails and stories from the sesh.
We've seen, heard and done it all. And we bet you have too.
So join us for a trip down memory lane. Hello and welcome back to Crave the Rave. My girl Jess, how are ya?
I'm good, Laura. I'm good. It's been a while.
Oh my God, I actually can't stop smiling. I'm so happy to be recording again. I've missed it.
It's been too long, mate. We even haven't had a catch up in that time as well. So it's not even like we've really had a proper catch up.
Wow.
You've been busy out and about.
Actually, it's true.
We've both been busy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we've kind of caught up a little bit, but like it's like, you know, a couple minute voice notes rather than like, usual chit chat. So I'm actually excited to hear a bit more about what's been going on. What is the latest, mate?
Quite a lot's been going on, really. It's been so bloody long. Life's been going ahead. Life goes so quickly now, doesn't it?
Oh, it's insane.
Do you remember when you were younger and how long, like, a year would feel?
I know. It's crazy.
For Christmas.
Yeah. I remember my mum just always saying, like, don't wish your time away. It just gets faster and faster. You know, like when you wanted to be able to, I don't know, drink or like, you know, like get in somewhere because you weren't 18 yet. My mum would always just be like, just don't wish your time away.
Yeah, but I did.
Yeah, I know. I was like, come on. I wanted the weekend. I wanted the holiday. I wanted to be able to get in places without a freaking ID.
Yeah. I wanted to be older. I just wanted to be older.
Totally.
Do you know they say that the first 7 years of your life is the same time as the rest of your life, if that makes sense?
What, like how it feels? Or
how it feels.
Really?
The first 7 years are the same as the rest of your life put together.
Really?
And I can believe it because I remember like a week when I was a kid was like so long. A day at school was so long. But now I drop baby D off at the gate and before I know it, I blink and it's time to pick her up again.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Well, think about it. Like I just obviously went back on tour and did a 24-day tour. And even though when I was in it, it felt like it was never going to end, I can't believe a month just went. What? Like,
yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's nearly Christmas already again. But I talking about like wanting to be older when you were younger. I remember turning 22 shocked me. It shook me, mate. Like I always wanted to be 21 because remember there was over 21 events and I thought that being 21 was really grown up, right?
Yeah.
So I always wanted to be 21. And then suddenly I was 22. And I don't think I've had a more poignant moment of a birthday that shook me and like made me feel old as when I hit 22, because I was like, oh my God, for years and years I saw being a grown-up being 21 and being older 21 and I've gone past that now. Fucking hell, how did that happen? And I haven't really felt like that since I just plod on and it's another birthday. But I don't know, maybe like 42 will shock me or something. But yeah, 22 really, really shook me up.
No, I feel that. It's funny, like, when I hear people talking about like, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. And I'm like, that feels so old to people. And now I'm like, no, the 30s are amazing. Like,
yeah, well, you get people that are like, oh, like, you know, I haven't got a kid or I haven't got a boyfriend and I'm 30 next year. And you're like, yeah, you're 30 next year. Fine.
Time to live it up.
You still got time. Yeah. But yeah, what have I been up to? I went to Ella and Chris's wedding. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, you actually put a little video on the Instagram as well. I loved that. I was like, oh, Jessie's getting up in the camera.
Yeah, well, I was with some content creators and they encouraged me to do it, so I was like, fuck it, why not? So yeah, I went to Ella and Chris's wedding and it was fucking brilliant. shout out to Chris and Ella. I literally was waiting for this wedding because nobody gets married anymore.
I
Well,
know.
nobody gets married. I don't know why I'm saying anymore, like in my mum and dad's era where everyone got married. Like, no one gets married. And I was counting down for this wedding for like years because I used to work with Ella. So it was like, I knew it was coming. I lost weight for it. I got like, did everything, hair done, fake tanned my legs. You know, I went in for it. Ashley bought a whole new suit. We were literally loving life, and it was such a good wedding. It was just a big party, which is exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
And actually, we were talking about weddings, like how like really most people that do get married now just want to do it for the party.
Yeah,
And you know
totally.
what I thought when I was there? So like it was amazing. Everything about it was perfect. But like this happened at my wedding as well. People don't actually really want to eat that much. Like they had a roast dinner, which was banging, and the sticky toffee pudding. I had the sticky toffee and pudding at ours as well. But like no one ate the pudding. You force yourself to eat the dinner because you know you're going to be drinking, but no one actually ate the pudding, and there was so much sticky toffee pudding wasted. And I feel like actually what I think could work quite well with weddings going forward is that you just have like a sort of like grazing vibe where you can just go, and if you are hungry there's really nice food for you to eat, or like bowl food that goes round or something like that, canapé vibes. Because I think the sit down dinner, other than for the speeches, is a bit of a waste.
Okay. Yeah.
I just feel like even the older people, they were, I mean, this is always the way, like Ella's family and my family, like they are up for a good time as well. They do eat, but I just think the food is a bit of a waste overall. It was banging food, don't get me wrong, but I think going forward, if people are getting married to have the party, the food will be something that gets dropped.
Yeah. I think the thing is, right, it's like that is the viewpoint of like a boozy crew or like people that want to
Yeah.
drink. But if you
Yeah.
don't drink, the food is the main fucking headliner. You know, that's the headline
Yeah.
act. Like I've noticed
Well, the
when I
wedding's
had
the marriage is the headline act.
no, but you know, like in terms of pleasure,
Yeah.
like enjoyment, it's like, well, if you're not drinking, then you're probably gonna want to enjoy the
But it's
food.
a lot of money. So you don't get many people that don't drink at a wedding. And if they do, they can go to the grazing table and they can
Yeah.
knock themselves out with desserts and bits and pieces like that. Do you know what I mean? But as you saying that, I went to a Nigerian wedding the week before Ella's,
Mm.
and I was so excited about the food because I'd actually never had jollof rice before.
Oh,
And I've
really?
always wanted jollof rice. Yeah,
Okay.
banging. Loved
Nice.
every mouthful of it, and
Ooh.
didn't disappoint me at all. It was as good as I thought it was going to be. Can't believe I'm literally this age and I haven't tried jollof rice before. But there you go. That was
I
on.
don't
I
even know what it
swear
is.
down, that was on my bucket list. You don't know what jollof rice is? Oh
No.
my god, mate! I've been
I've
watching
heard
videos on it for years.
what? I've heard of it, but I don't
Nigerian
know.
rice. It's like
Yeah.
smoky, tomatoey rice.
Oh.
And they make it in a pot and it's meant to be banging. Well, it's meant to be, yes, it is. It's banging. So I always knew that I'd
Yeah,
like
okay.
Nigerian food because I've had other elements of Nigerian food. I just hadn't had the jollof, the famous jollof.
All
Anyway,
right.
finally had it banging,
Jollof.
great. But that was a dry wedding. So therefore it was, you know, it was important to eat. But with Ella and
Oh, right.
Chris's, everyone was there to get on it as well, mate. Honestly, it was
Okay, okay.
it was a good time.
Wait, when you said one sec, when you said dry wedding, like are you
No
gunning the
alcohol.
wedding, saying it was dry? Oh, right. I thought you meant
Oh
like
no, it
it was a
wasn't
bit
a
of a
dry. It was
dry
a
wedding.
mate. Honestly, the Nigerian
I was
wedding
like, what?
knocked my socks off. I thought it was fucking brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. My friends Josh and Jody, and they
Mm,
oh, that was another story in itself, really. Actually, yeah, I've been to two weddings. Two weddings
that's
in
it. That's
about
it.
a lifetime of only about six altogether. So yeah, I have been busy. But Ella and Chris's wedding, it was banging. We had a really good time. Everyone was like the old crew, like Rosie, Sarah, Emily,
Classic.
and we all didn't have our kids. We all had a good time. We cracked on till 6 a.m. and I had to do a speech where I said, "Come on, guys, the fun cup is full. Let's call it a day." And I had to do that because we'd run out of everything. We bloody called it in multiple times. The last crumbs of anything were gone,
Yeah.
and the clucking started, and I was like, "Oh, I need to go home." So called it a day at 6 a.m. and felt
Nice.
absolutely fucking rotten the next day. But
Okay.
it was really nice to be connected with people that I haven't seen for ages. in a bit of a different stage of life now as well. Because when we used to party together, we were kid free and, you know, responsibility free,
Yeah.
really. And then
Yeah.
to see them years later, and you know that we could all relate with, we got the responsibilities now, but actually tonight we're going to fucking have it.
Mhm.
It felt really good. It felt great. I just felt absolutely shit the next day, because
Yeah.
that's got to be a one off every blue moon, that sort of partying and getting on it, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's so freaking rare for me now. Like, it was so normal. Like, that was just so standard. Like, if we went to the pub or anything like that, it was like, well,
Yeah,
obviously it's gonna get called in and we're gonna be up till sunrise. Like, that was kind of like an like
yeah,
absolutely standard operation. But you know, there are people that like still, you know, at our age that is their life. Like, that's quite normal still.
yeah.
Not
But
many, but some.
yeah, that's yeah, and if that works for you, that works for you. But
Mm.
I've naturally settled. I was the person that, and you were the same, that always thought, "Fucking hell, I could party forever," because we could party
Mhm.
so much when we were younger. So like, I actually didn't see the future being not partying. And don't get me wrong, I do still party, but
Yeah.
very blue moon and very planned, and you know, very different circumstances to when we were younger. But I just think the majority of people, it naturally calms you down, and naturally you know, you become more, you slow everything down, and you stop partying. But that being said, it's just reminded me of a funny story.
Mm.
A couple of years ago, possibly about 5 years ago, because it was before I had kids, me
Mhm.
and Ash went to drum sheds,
Mhm.
and there was a Polish guy in the smoking area, and he started talking to us, and he was like, "My
Mhm.
missus back." I was going to do a Polish accent, but I think it'd be offensive. But the story would be better with an accent. But he was like, my wife." Oh no, that's not okay. My wife is about to give birth. Yeah, yeah, she's about to give birth. And we were like, oh, right. He's like, yeah, she's overdue. And she's, you know, any minute now. I'm in the smoking area to check my phone, because any minute now she can go into labor. Yeah. And we were like,
Oh
oh,
my god.
congratulations. But really, I was thinking, what the fuck? Why are you here on your own at a rave when your wife is about to give birth? Now, that's how I saw the situation.
Yeah.
Ashley saw the situation as, oh, isn't that good? He's gone out to have his last hurrah before the baby comes. Great idea. Fucking hell, good for him. And we walked away from that with different points of view on it. And I thought, oh, God, is Ashley ever ready to have a kid? Because if that's how he sees things, I don't think so. But anyway, I'm going to assume that this man went on to have a baby, and God knows what his wife said about it. But I said to
Oh.
Ashley, don't get any ideas, because it ain't happening for us.
New baby on a come down is rough.
Oh my God, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, because actually, when she goes into giving birth, it's actually very tiring for both parents.
Yeah.
So you've just started off the baby's life on a come down.
At least she wasn't on
Jesus.
a come down.
Well, you
um,
don't fucking know, do we? We actually don't know. She could
well.
have been in another club down the road. Who knows? It shocked me that he was there. And also, like,
Mm.
we had to pretend, oh, do you know if it's a boy? Do you know if it's a girl? But my head's going, alarm bells, alarm bells. This guy is mental. Why is he here when his wife's about to give birth?
One question I have, right? I know, like, we've spoken about this a little bit before, but like, do you think that the reason for us it's just because I have not had a kid. For me, it makes sense. Like, you were quieting down and chilling out on the party side, like before you even had baby D, right? But like, for me, I haven't had a kid, and it's very much like organically happened. Like, I don't have that desire in me to like be getting on it and like having these long nights and that. Obviously, there's space for that like occasionally, but do you
Yeah.
think it is our physical body clock that makes it easier
Yes.
for a woman to shut that part down? It kind of happens
And man
naturally
as well.
rather than a man. I'm saying though, because I
Oh, no, I
feel
think
like
it's equally.
I don't agree with
Well,
that.
I don't think it's like equal. I don't think you end at the same place. But I definitely think men also chill out a lot and don't want to do it as much. If they could, they would still party more. But I do
Mm.
think that there is still, they definitely do still naturally wind down.
But they don't have the same chemicals that are occurring in the body like we do, that kind of, I think, is sending the message subconsciously. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like our body is preparing in some ways, whereas the
Yeah, but the
man's,
sperm's got to be on point, doesn't it?
no, the men can fire off till they're 80.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean the sperm's good quality.
I honestly, their sperm quality is good for much, much, much longer. I don't think that
Yeah,
they're not
but
having
I
the
do
same,
think I know what you're saying, but I do think men slow down as well. Not quite as much, but definitely a
but they don't
lot.
have that maternal instinct that naturally kicks in for most women.
Yeah, but mine wasn't just because of maternal instinct. I know loads of people that haven't had kids that also stop
Mm,
partying. Loads of people do. It's not just about giving birth or having children. I just think it naturally. I think it's just part of genetics and part of how people age. I just think it's part of aging. You just don't want to go out
mm,
and be chatting bollocks to people all the time. Like, I've become much more of a home person, and I think that's quite common across the board.
mhm,
That's why you lose a lot of friends just naturally. It's why you don't want to go out as much. It just
mhm.
happens. It doesn't become. It's not as fun anymore. But yes, I think that it does happen to women
Yeah.
because their bodies are going, okay, maybe we've got to do something
Mhm.
else now. Maybe it's time for motherhood, or I don't know, other things that can help you settle down as well.
Mhm. I felt like even with alcohol, I felt like suddenly it was like something just changed in me, and I was like, I just no longer had any. Not that I
Same.
was really someone who craved
Yeah.
alcohol, or really like, but I just noticed I just had this like just
Yeah.
zero like pull towards it,
Same.
and now it's very like occasional. But I feel like that was happening like weirdly, like it was just like an internal thing.
Yeah.
Like I never decided. Do you know what I mean? Like that just happened.
It just happened. It just became I just think going out changed, drinking changed, and it was a natural progression to calm down. I didn't have to think too much about it. I just knew one day
Mhm.
I didn't really want to do it as much. And yeah, the hangovers do get worse. And yeah, the come downs are worse. And the
Mhm.
tiredness is worse. And that does play a big part in it. And men do get that as well. But it was almost like something
Yeah.
more inside me was like, I don't find this fun
Mhm.
anymore. And then when I do it, like at Ella and Chris's wedding,
Yeah.
then it's super fun because it's almost like, okay, we've got
Yeah.
a green card, it's planned. We're all in the same boat here. Let's fucking crack on till 6 in the morning. Yes, we're gonna feel shit, but actually, this is once every blue moon, so why not?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, totally.
So the other day, Ash and I went to a comedy night. Oh my god, it was so bad. We walked out. It was so bad. Anyway,
Oh,
it was in
no.
a pub, and as I walked through the pub, as I stomped out because I was pissed off because it wasn't good. As I
Oh my
walked out,
god.
I just clocked the whole pub, right? Was like
Mm.
groups of tables of people about the ages of like 23 to 30. And
Okay.
they were all like sitting in circles, loads of them, and they were all just
Yeah.
chewing each other's ears off because they've obviously changed up on a Friday night in a pub.
Uh-huh.
We weren't really pub people, were we? So for us, it wasn't. We were more club.
Really?
We were clubbers.
Yeah, we
No,
were.
we weren't. Never went pub. Never went pub. We always went club. And the pub people were like Catherine. We were not pub people.
We would go to the pub before
Not
going
really. We
out
had
though.
pre-drinks at ours and we went out late. We never went to the pub.
Hmm.
It's one of the things I liked Ashley for. When I met him, he just wasn't into the pub, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, me too." We went for music, and we'd have
Yeah,
pre-drinks at ours, and then we'd go out clubbing, and we'd probably be
that's
quite
true.
early in the club compared to quite a lot of people because we wanted the maximum time, and then we'd
That's
carry on
true.
afterwards at someone's house. We didn't go pubs. Okay, yes, we've been to pubs. Yes, okay, obviously. Or if someone had a birthday, we'd go to a pub, but we never. Pub people are pub people, and they're people that don't rate the music so much. They go to chat shit, and this pub, which was in Balham, was full of people sitting around talking
Yeah.
absolute bollocks, shouting over each other. We did do that in the clubs. We didn't do it in the pubs. And that's what I thought. You people don't have any responsibility. You're all sitting here. There's about 15 of you to each table. I don't even have that many friends anymore. But that's because you're pub people and you're young and this is still fun. But I looked at them, all foaming at
Yeah.
the mouth, all chatting bollocks, all shouting over each other. And I thought, ugh. I would not want to do that anymore. That is not my cup of tea. In fact, I'm leaving a comedy gig after a date with my husband because I, one, their shit, and two, I can't wait to get into bed. So yeah, I just thought, wow, that was my life of
Yeah.
partying, but not anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know, yeah, what's happened to me, really. I just, yeah, don't really, not really into it.
Well, what we need to do is we need to encourage more people to get married. So that when we got more weddings to go to, and then we got more fun, because I feel like at a wedding, hey, everyone's in a good mood. You can party, 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 and you're not judged for it. And in fact, you look around at others and go, "Isn't this fun?" But if it's not a wedding, then it's not the same sort of
Yeah.
circumstances.
Yeah. Well, talking about weddings, we've got your sister's wedding coming up soon. Well, not in that long.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
That's going to be
So
fun.
yeah, I think we've got a year for their wedding, so we can have a good time for their wedding. I'm worried that I might be pregnant though for it, and then I can't have fun. But we'll see.
Oh, have all the
I do want to
fun.
have another baby. We don't know when timings will happen, so I really hope that I'm not pregnant for it, so that I can party. Although I don't
Oh.
know what's worse, being heavily pregnant. Well, nothing's worse than being heavily pregnant, but heavily pregnant or just given birth. But then I did my wedding with an 8-month-old baby, and it was exhausting.
Mm.
But yeah, so what's the plan for you then? Are you going to bring someone to the wedding? Are you gonna have a date by then, Lara? Have you got a plus one for it, by the way?
What you mean? Have they given me a plus one, or have I got one?
Have you? Yeah, have you asked for a plus one? Because you remember with my wedding, I had a rule: you had to be dating them for 6 months if they wanted to come to the wedding. Because I was not having you pull someone off Tinder to come to my wedding.
I wouldn't do that. Way too fussy for that shit.
What's your plan for your plus one and for the wedding then?
That is a great question. I don't know. I'm working on it.
Okay, as in going on Tinder trying to find someone that's free November 2026.
No, I'm not. As if I'm that easy. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I don't know. I've been reflecting a lot on like, yeah, date recently on like dating and, like, I don't know, like there's a lot to think about. Like it's hard because obviously part of me wants to be able to like date and be casual and like have fun because I'm human and I'm a single young lady and I can't do that forever, so why the fuck not? But what's weird is that it's like my body talking about having babies and stuff, or like my instinct, I don't even know what part of it is, but like my instinct, it's like this natural fucking filtering system and I
Right.
can't just like shut it off. It's like, oh, okay, so like just don't overthink it, just enjoy. They, like have fun. But it's like this other part of me is like, but does he have ambition and does he have the foundation for a future? And like, do they have like a nice home environment that feels like safe and like somewhere I want to be? And like all the, like these other
Yeah.
things come up and it's like an unconscious, subconscious part of me, aka probably my ovaries, are like
Yeah.
scanning for potential. And it's like, unfortunately, when those things maybe are like questionable, I find that hard to shut that off. And so I've just noticed like dating that's been a little bit like
Fair.
the push and pull of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I just want to like shut that off kind of and be like, just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
But then,
But I
yeah,
do want to just
so
remind you when I met Ashley, okay, we were a
yeah.
bit younger, but when I met Ashley, he lived on a barge on the Thames with no running water, no toilet, and no electricity. And he's done very well since then. I had to get my big thumbs out and push him underneath them and really work on him. But he was a man that said things like, I'll never have a mortgage. I'll never play the fucking bank's game. I don't want kids.
Mm,
I don't want marriage. He didn't even want to live in a house with running water, for God's sake. And I think that
yeah.
that's the male side of things. Like, I think for men, when they don't want to settle down or when they're not thinking about it like women, they are,
Mhm.
they're sort of projecting that way of just like not having all the nice things around them and stuff like that. But then they even change, men change, as I was saying, like they do
Mhm.
change and they do, once they settle down, they do want all those things as well. And kids can be part of that too.
Yeah, but how old was Ashley then?
31, almost 32.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I
Yeah,
get it. Like that we were younger then, but I just think men are like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I think also coming back to what we were saying earlier about like partying and stuff, that's another thing that comes up for me because I'm trying to
Mm,
like find that fucking sweet spot of like, there's people that I've dated or been on a date with, for example, and they've like never smoked a ciggy in their life, like never,
yeah.
like the idea of like, I don't know, like raving or getting on it, whatever, like that's so far from their realm. They could be fun, like we could like laugh, like, but there was just I don't know. It's not that that's like a fucking necessity at all. But obviously, like I'm sat here like doing a podcast talking about this stuff with my mate. I do want my person to kind of get it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I notice that there's this resistance and this kind of like I don't want to say disappointment. What's the word? Like, and I don't want to say judgment either, but it's like, again, it's that same part of me that's looking for like safety and stability and like that. It's like, it's a red flag for me, or it's a sort of a thing of concern where I'm like, oh, is if someone maybe is on the other end of the scale and
Yeah.
sort of, is doing that a lot, or like
Yeah.
seems to be quite passionate about that, rather than maybe once or twice a year or every now and again. It kind of feels like something that's still very alive in them. And I know that can change.
But I think being in a relationship calms people down, though.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that. I just noticed that these things are like never things I fucking thought about, like.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't at 27.
No, of course not. Fucking hell, I know. But also, like, talking about like home environment, like we used to just go back to like anywhere. Like, I mean, me especially. I'm not exactly a fucking. I could be a bit of a scummy bitch. I've lived in some pretty like basic places and stuff. But I've just noticed that, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I think, again, it's that maternal instinct. There's, like, something in me that just desires, like, a different kind of, like, environment now. We used to fucking hang out in old fucking derelict buildings and squat raves and, like, didn't bat an eyelid.
Yeah.
And now it's a whole different, like, a whole different world. It's just funny,
I don't
innit?
think I'd actually want to go to a rave and a squat anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm still
know.
up for raving, but if I went to a squat rave, I'm sure I'd be like, where are the fire exits?
Where's the soap?
What happens if what happens if there's an emergency? How many people get through that door? Like, I actually don't think my brain now, as an adult, could have the fun that we had in those careless situations, because I would be worried about,
I know.
boring things, really.
Fuck, I know. What happened to us? It's good. We need to be mature.
Saying that, though, we took Baby D to Shy FX was on in Kingston.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Posh Kingston recently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Shy FX was
Yeah, but drum and bass is posh now.
Mate, drum and bass is posh because the mum was there and the whole crowd was like white middle class.
Yeah.
It was a mixture of like, because Kingston University's there, it was like Kingston uni students, but they were like, it was almost like it was a niche genre for them.
Right.
So they were like these cool, quirky sort of uni students who knew who Shy FX was. It wasn't like back in our days, it was like Shy FX, everyone fucking knew who Shy FX was. You know what I mean? We've seen him multiple times because he's so fucking amazing. This was like these people that had like this niche sort of like musician that they wanted to see sort of vibes. Then the rest of the crowd was all mums and dads with kids that in the day had face paint on but were now exhausted, but the mums and dads still persevering. Like there was so many kids asleep on dad's shoulders. We were front left, right at the front of front left, and we made a boo-boo because boo-boo, that's because I've got kids. We made a mess up because we didn't have ear defenders and it was fucking loud.
Oh no.
Obviously. So we learnt a lesson there to get ear defenders, and for next time, hopefully there is a next time.
Aren't they just earplugs for adults?
What?
Why are you saying ear defenders? Yeah, but kids wear ear defenders.
Earplugs. Don't put earplugs in a child's. No,
not in child. Oh, you're talking about for baby D, not for you.
Not for me. I'm not like you, one of those lamos that fucking puts earplugs in at a rave, mate, or tissue paper in their ears. I'm not one of those sorryful people like you.
But that is another sign of actually getting older. So yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, true. But we anyway, so it was absolutely brilliant, but we had to go before the end because it was too loud, and Baby D couldn't hack it. Fucking pussy. No, I'm joking. It was really annoying. Honestly, I was actually properly pissed off because I couldn't stay the whole set. When I left, Lara, I actually felt like heartbroken inside because I was like, when else is Shy FX going to be in a town near me at a free event where I'm front left on a nice warm sunny evening? That's never going to fucking happen. I'm sober. I had 2 beers. I saw Susie and Dan and Amira down there. Had sick. 2 beers, had some food. I was fucking loving life. And then Baby D went to spoil it all because she had sore ears. She couldn't hack it. And we had to take her out the crowd. And I saw loads of pissed off parents like me because honestly, as I was walking away and I could hear the music, I could hear Rude boy, you look like a da
Da,
da
da,
da da
da,
da
da,
da
da,
da
da,
da da
da,
da.
da.
Honestly, I think I nearly shed a tear. I had to hold in the tears because I thought,
Oh, mate.
oh, this is never going to happen
Why
again.
didn't you go and ask them to turn it down?
I swear to God, I looked at the other parents and I thought, are we good parents? And I'm looking at the kid on their shoulders like moaning and crying. All the kids have had enough, and all the parents are like desperately trying to have a good time
Oh.
because this is the one time we're actually out and the one time that we're going to persevere and have some good time. Anyway, I got through about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the set, and we had to leave.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, it
broke
was
my
only
heart.
25 minutes of the set you got. That was it.
Yeah,
Oh
that was it. We stayed
no.
around, but not in front, so we were still like to the side of
Okay.
it a bit.
You could still hear it.
I could, but that was worse actually because it was like, oh, but yeah, we didn't stick around
Oh
for original Nutter,
no.
unfortunately.
Oh no. Which was, of course, your first. Was it your first dance?
Let's say it was my first dance
Your,
because it really
your
was.
first.
Yeah,
Your first proper dance.
yeah.
So Faye, your sister, like, what did she make of it? Because she's not really
She
into drum and
loved
bass.
it.
Oh
She
really?
loved it. And
Oh
Baby
what?
C, she loved it more than Baby D, but yeah, Faye loved it. She was absolutely. Both of us walked off heartbroken that we had to take the kids out. Because both of us on the way
Oh
home were like, "Wah." Faye was like, that was amazing. Yeah, you're right. She wasn't a drum and bass girl,
no.
but you just had to enjoy that situation. And honestly, if you'd had ear defenders, they would have been absolutely fine, but we
Damn
were
it.
we weren't prepared for that. So that was what the issue was. It was just too loud for them.
I'm surprised considering it was meant to be like a family friendly baby thing, wasn't it? Like why did they not
It wasn't a
have the
family
vol?
friendly baby thing.
Oh.
It was the Kingston Carnival.
Oh, okay, okay,
Which
okay,
was the
okay,
whitest
okay.
middle classest thing you've ever seen in your life, but with
Oh
Shy FX
fuck.
headlining. So it was a
Cool. Sick.
yeah, exactly. Like you looked around the crowd and everyone was like very polite and very
Okay.
friendly. But then
Well, you like
because
that.
yeah, for me it was quite a good mix really. But then it was like drum. It was just it was people that had grown up who still love drum and bass, who have had their
Yeah.
day and now have their kids. The kids went on the trampolines in the day and had their face painted, and then in the evening from 8 p.m. it was drum and bass time.
Oh, it was only from 8
I just
p.m.
messed up by not having the ear defenders. Yeah,
Damn.
if
Okay.
we'd had that, we could have definitely. It was only an hour set. We could have definitely stayed till the end.
Oh man. Like, yeah, wow. First one's off the dance floor as opposed to last one off the dance
Mate,
floor.
that's
Life
what
has
kids. That is
changed.
what having kids does to you.
Fucking hell. To be fair, I would have probably been there to the end if I was. Well, obviously, I haven't got kids.
Well, you don't have kids. That's why.
Obviously.
You idiot.
Yeah. Just having that thought then, I had like a little thought flash over my head of like, oh, going to a rave, like again, like with a partner. I haven't done that in so fucking long. Like,
It's the
I
best.
know. And I'm like, the funny thing is, it's like, there's this part of me that I know that I don't have to go and get fucked up, but I'm all like on my high horse sometimes of like, oh, I don't want a partner that does that. And then I just had this idea in my head of like, oh, it'd be so good to get pilled up and go to a rave with a partner. I'm
Yeah.
like bipolar.
No. That's a really common thought for everybody.
I
Like,
know. It's just all in moderation.
because also, like, when you get fucked up, like, it exaggerates everything. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, like, empty and all the feeling love and everything's heightened. So to do that with someone that you love is incredible. As you know, you've done it before in the past with exes, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, to have a partner, a husband that you could do that with. And to be honest, I thought that's what it'd be like for Shy FX and Baby D. Turns out, not so much. Just don't bring the kids in the future. But that's, I thought, wow, imagine having the whole family watching Shy
Yeah.
FX. Life don't get much better than that,
Yeah.
literally. But the reality of that was very
Oh,
different.
mate.
And you'll probably find the reality of it with having a new relationship. There's always something that might give you the ick or something that happens that you go, oh God.
Oh, don't. Do you know what? It's so funny you say that, right? I have that thought often. Like, I'm like, okay, I really want to maybe get on it with this person. And then I'm scared that I'm
Get
going
the
to
ick,
get
yeah.
the ick because everything feels different.
Yeah.
Everything looks different. Like their face,
Yeah.
your face, like everything can look different. And suddenly you see it could go really well or really badly.
Yeah, I have had it in the past with people that I've been with and it's all good, and then I get on it with them and I'm like, oh, okay, one, you turn fucking weird, and two, you're very, very all over me right now and I can't bear to have anyone over me. That can also happen as well, But I think if
Yes,
the love's
yeah,
genuine,
yeah,
and I think it's a genuine relationship, then I don't think it matters. I think it heightens the good parts of
no,
it. But I think it's when you're not
agreed.
completely certain about somebody and then you get on it and then it gives you the ick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like early days and you're trying to figure each other out and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh." Yeah, maybe that should be the test.
Yeah.
Let's just get on it straight away and just see if this is real.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, yeah, before I forget and before we finish the episode, because I didn't want to interrupt you before because you were telling your Shy FX story, right? But you said about ear defenders,
Yeah.
and then you said something about tissue in the ears, fucking poking
No,
at
you
me.
said about tissue in the ears.
No, I didn't. You did.
No, I didn't. You said. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
said, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think
but
you
I'm
were,
saying that you put tissue in your
I
ears.
know, I know, and I'm wanting to come back to that because
Oh
do
right. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
remember, I think it was, no, it wasn't, it was like about a year ago when I went to a rave and I put tissue in my ears because it was too loud and I forgot to bring because I've got the special earplugs with the ones that are molded to your ear, what I got years ago. And anyway, I forgot them. So I put tissue in my ears and I'm raving and I'm raving and raving. Anyway, at some point, I remember I was high, obviously. And I remember that I was like, oh no, the tissue's come out of one of my ears. I'll get some more. Got a little bit of tissue, scrunched it up into a ball, put it in my ear. Cool. Didn't think anything of it. I partied for until the next day, till 7 p.m., which is probably one of the only, I think, 2 times in the last 2 years that I've done like a full fucking
Right.
roll through and was still up. And then I get home finally, take myself home. I've had a great day, really fun. Been to the beach and everything with the crew on no sleep. Really, really fun. This is in Mexico. And I get home and I'm like, oh, I should probably eat something before I go to sleep. And I take a bite of like pizza from the fridge. And then I'm like biting it and I'm like, when I'm biting, I'm hearing like this crunch, but like in my
Oh.
head, like a crunch in my head. And I was
Oh.
like, what is that? And it's like in my head, like in my, almost like where I can feel it in my jaw, like, don't know, in my ear canal, funnily enough. And I just
Wow.
immediately am like, fuck, there's something in my ear. And I was like, shit, I know what that sounds like. That sounds like crunching tissue in my ear. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
yeah. I was like, for fuck's sake, no. So obviously I'm there trying to get it out. I'm like, I can't reach it, can't see anything. I'm looking in the mirror. And because haven't slept, I'm now freaking out. So I'm like messaging my friend. I think I called my friend and was like, what do I do? I think I should go to the hospital.
Olive oil.
I should go to the hospital now.
Did no one say olive oil?
I think so, but I think I was obviously like probably asking ChatGPT as well, but I think it was so far in that there was no sign of it. Like there was
Oh
absolutely,
my
I
God.
could feel how deep it was in my ear canal. I was like, that is not good. And so I was like, I'm going to have to go to the emergency room now. And my friend was like, I think you should sleep first. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to, I hear all
Fuck, you
these,
did all this without sleep.
yeah, all of this was happening. Well, I didn't do anything. I just was just freaking out. And then what do you mean did all of this? What, ate pizza and rang a friend? Yeah, I did all of that without
You asked ChatGPT without any sleep?
Yeah, this is what was
Fucking
happening.
hell.
I'm pretty sure did I not message you?
Yeah, I think so. I probably told you to put olive oil in you.
And actually no, because it was at night, so you would have been asleep at this point.
Oh yeah.
I was probably just freaking out. But I think probably phoned someone who was actually going to be awake. And then my friend was like, no, you should, Lara, just fucking go to sleep. Like, don't do anything about it now. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, first thing I think about is like, fuck, the last thing you want on a come down is to like have to go deal with this. But I did, and I went to a few different clinics and found one that would do it. And they went and took it out, but it was like a whole thing.
Wait, what type of clinic?
So actually, it was a medical clinic, but they specialised in scuba diving. And
Scuba diving?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so they had equipment for like, they had like an what's it called? Like a compression chamber or something?
Oh,
like
yeah. Did you have to go in
And-
it?
No, but I was in the same room as it.
Yeah.
But like they were experts in ear stuff because they get like people get
Wow.
blocked ears from scuba diving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went down to this clinic and then she worked on my ear for like half an hour in there with some instruments, like trying to break it all down. Oh my God, I've forgotten the most important part of this story, and it involves your sister.
Oh, yeah.
5,000 miles away, your sister. Basically, when I was staying with your sister, you know about her eargasms, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, she gets the freaking one vibrator or anything that vibrates, a toothbrush or anything like that, puts it against her ear, and it feels orgasmic. So guess what I'm doing at this fucking after party when someone pulls out a massage gun? I'm like, guys, this is what you can do with it. Boom, 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 holding it against my ear.
Plummeting the tissue paper further into the ear canal.
Yes, that's 100%. I don't know how I fucking forgot that major part of the story. So yes, exactly, plummeting it deeper into the ear canal, and showing off to everyone that this is what you do to give yourself an eargasm. And so yeah, and then when I fucking get to have a doctor take it out, no wonder it's fucking wedged right in there.
So yeah. mature because you put the tissue paper in your ears to protect your ears, but immature because you gave yourself an orgasm, which then probably damaged your ears even more and shoved tissue paper right down to the point where you had to go to a clinic.
Yeah. And what's so freaking weird about this whole story as well is that it was meant to be quite an expensive procedure because obviously I'm in Mexico, you don't have like the NHS or whatever, so it was meant to be about £150, kind of something like that. And but at the rave, I had found a random wallet which had 4,000 pesos in it, and I tried to find the owner of it. And I went around that rave and I was on a mission. I was obviously fucked, and I was like, has anyone lost their purse? I was really concerned that I'd try and get this purse back to someone, but there was no cards or nothing in it. So I was like, okay. And then it transpired just before I went to the clinic that I somehow I got connected with the person whose purse it was through a friend.
Nice.
Yes. And I was like, I have your wallet. And she was so happy and grateful. She was like, oh my God, you've actually restored my faith in humanity. I thought that was long gone. And she was a local girl. So like local Mexican girl earning in Mexican pesos, that is like a whole month's salary. It's a lot of money. Yeah. It's a lot of money. And so, yeah, I went and met her and gave her wallet back. She was so fucking grateful. And then when I went to the clinic, it was meant to be 2,500 pesos, which, like I said, is £150. She did the procedure, and rather than charge me, she went, do you know what? It's okay. You can have that for free. It's fine. It's a gift.
That's instant karma.
Yeah, and I burst into tears.
Cute.
Probably because I was on a come down, but I burst into tears because I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. I'm so grateful. Like, I was just so moved by it, and on a come down. But yeah, isn't that cool?
It is.
Instant karma.
Yeah, it's amazing. I just say, don't try that at home. Don't put tissue paper in your ears. It's not a good idea. Lara's just shown you that. So yeah, just want to give
make it
a warning to people. Do not put tissue paper in your ears. In case you listened to that story and you thought that's a good idea, don't.
And then also just in general, like without tissue in your ears, toothbrush or any vibrating instrument against the sort of ear. What is that thing?
Canal,
the bit,
ear.
But the kind of against the ear. Basically, you'll find the sweet spot. Just keep looking for it. Hold it against it, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, it's good, but not with tissue in your ear. Okay. Top tip. That's a wisdom tip. This week's wisdom tip. All right. Cool.
All right. Well, look, we've got to make an effort to get some more episodes out soon. We have got a couple still that we need to work on. As you guys know, we are super busy, but we love doing this, and we love it when you guys listen and pass it on to your friends and send us messages. So please keep doing that because it helps us find time to keep recording. So sorry it's been a long one again, but we promise to get some more out, and we love
totally.
You
and
very
if
much.
You are listening to this and you enjoy it, please on the platform, give it a little rating. It's really like takes 2 seconds, like on Spotify. I know not a lot of you listen on Spotify. Give it a little rating because that really helps us get in front of more people, and we appreciate your love.
Yeah. So thanks very much, guys. Bye, Lara.
Thanks so much. See you, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.